I sure love this. I sure love this Wisp. How it like takes forever to like do what it needs to do. Oh, yeah. Well, anyway. So that's the version I'll be playing for the next Sonic game we play. Just because Andrew has not he doesn't remember anything, so he doesn't remember how the 360 version went.
Of which game?
Generations. Sonic Generations.
I never played it on 360.
Well, what I'm saying is you never... Well, what I'm saying is I'm sure you've watched me play at least the PS3 version. But you...
I barely remember... I remember watching you play it, but I don't really have many memories of it.
Well, anyway, so we're going to play that version because you're going to hear how the original lines were. And
is there a difference between the PS... Oh, that's right. Alright.
You remember the remaster is...
re-recorded?
Or they did mostly different lines.
I guess I completely forgot.
And people were like, "What the heck? Why'd you do that?"
It didn't bother me, but that's because it had very little reference to the original.
Yeah. Well, it's because some things they changed. It was like getting rid of Knuckles calling basically classic Sonic fat. But they kept in the animation in the original one, so everyone's been making a joke about how like they're saying classic Sonic 8 Angel Island or something. Because like he said, "Where's the rest of my island?"
Mm-hmm.
But then he's like, but they kept in the animation of when Knuckles said, "Did you gain weight?" and he like rubbed his belly and stuff.
Yep. So,
yeah, this happens. This is not just a. That was not just the remaster problem. That also happened in the original here, as you folks could see. But the 360 version, like I said, is compatible and actually got an upgrade on the Xbox One and on the Series X actually. So this was necessary.
I agree.
Anyway. But I'm just getting through this one just because, just for consistency's sake. Although I probably won't be playing, I probably will not be playing, what do you call it? Sonic Lost World. That game is just not very good. Turn around, Sonic.
Sonic Lost World.
I've only played all the way through it once on the Wii U version. Well, I've also played through the 3DS version. Basically, except for on PC, I've only played through each version once. Because that game is not very good. Well, see, what was disappointing about the 3DS version, it was the first portable 3D Sonic game that wasn't like a spin-off racing game or something. That was disappointing. Whee. But let's see. I still remember that thing where someone had where there was someone who made like the AI voices of Ryan Drummond's Sonic, like the Adventure Sonic, Jason Griffith's Sonic, and Roger Craig Smith's Sonic, like ranking all the mainline Sonic games. And I remember he was like, let's see, what was it? Okay, I don't know why I use that. Whatever, he was like, let's see, it was like, I'm trying to remember, let's see, he's trying to put Sonic colors in like the top tier or whatever, S tier, and he's like, why? It was a great game. Sonic in 3D finally found its footing, and then like Ryan Drummond's Sonic was like, did Sonic really just say 3D? And Jason Griffith was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know who he's fooling. Because, I mean, this is most of the game right here. Side-scrolling. Side-scrolling. But it was supposed to be like the big new 3D Sonic game. Okay. This is cool. So, anyone gonna point me in the direction of the wisp that I need for this?
No.
Yeah, that figures.
I don't feel like it.
That figures. I feel like it was a little too punishing to have, back when these games had lives and stuff, it was a little too punishing to have it to where you lose a life if you reset. Little too, you know... Wait, is this a jump? Oh. Well, it didn't really look like one, I forgot. Still, I don't...
Ain't you retarded?
Yeah. Well, eh. Oh, I can do that. But I do like going on for a ride on the lawnmower. Yeah. Ah! What is down here? Oh, the way. The way. Eh. Oh yeah, I bet you I have to activate that. See, when you use the cube, it's like it takes so long to like for a Sonic game. I mean, how many Sonics tall do you think he is? How many Sonics is it? I still remember, I never watched the video, but like I remember hearing about how, I remember seeing how like, there was basically a video, and I think someone described it, it was basically saying how, why Mario is objectively better than Sonic, you know, that kind of thing. It's like, boy, you're dumb. This was back when MatPat was part of Game Theory, which is funny to say now because yeah, MatPat left Game Theory.
MatPat. I thought it was just him anyway.
Well, it was mainly just him. But like, now, it was him doing stuff, but other people were writing for it, but now there are, now like there's like 4 different theory channels, or the theorist channels, whatever you call it. And he was, never mind that. But see, look at this. Like, why would they make this a normal level? Like, why would they consider this a normal level? Boy, wasn't this fun. I think at this time, though, they were trying their best to, like, appeal to Nintendo fans. Not just because this was at the time, what do you call it? An exclusive to, the Wii and DS. Do 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 do. Ain't this fun? Ain't this a blast?
Funny.
Ain't this just a good time? Boy, howdy. I sure love that this game exists. No, it's really not that bad. It's just, yeah. It's just whenever I look back at people who say like this game is just one of the best 3D Sonic games, and I'm like, well, first of all, that happened. That just happened.
No. Modern Marvel.
Yeah. He's right behind me, isn't he? Now, at least with Deadpool 2, it was kind of funny when Wade was like, when Deadpool was like, he's right behind you, isn't he? Like, he's right behind you. Like, I like a lot of Ryan Reynolds humor where he's just like, it takes you a second to be like, wait, what? You know?
What do you mean?
Well, because like, you know, shoot, because it was like what was it? Well, like I was saying, like he's right behind you, isn't he? And you're like, wait a minute, and then you see like he's behind the people that Deadpool's talked to, but also like, at one point when he's just like, when he pulls a gun on the guy whose apartment he was in, he's like, in the first movie, he's like, I will effing shoot your cat. Just like, and he's like, wait a minute, I don't have a cat or something like that. The guy said, and he's like, Wade's like, well then whose litter box did I just crap in or something like that.
Oh dear Lord.
But like, and then he said something about getting hard or something like that, and he's like, or it's something about making him hard, and then he's like, wait a minute, you know what? Screw those things. Like someone just looked at this and was like, yep, let's make that a level. Sonic Lost World was essentially Sonic Colors 2.0. Except it wasn't a very good game. Wasn't a good game. So, yeah. So at least Deadpool's humor Deadpool's Marvel humor is not too bad. So I gotta watch out for that thing. I don't remember how. Okay. I don't remember how. There we go.
Sometimes I like to get on Twitter and just rant about Catholicism.
I was gonna say you're gonna talk about Catholicism, aren't you?
It's fun sometimes.
I got a D because this game is darn stupid. So yeah, I'm just gonna say it. I think that while not technically better, I think that I kind of have more fun with Sonic 06 in this game. Not by a lot, but still. At least when it claims to be a 3D Sonic game, it's an actual fully 3D Sonic game. Now, I might do Sonic Forces in the future. Maybe. We might play that. It is a bit of a quickie, so, you know.
Wait, I thought Sonic Forces was the doo-doo one.
It was a very extremely disappointing one. But, no, Sonic Lost World is the one that I'm probably going to skip.
I don't even remember what Lost World's about or wait, is it the...
It's the one that introduced those, like, 6 creatures that had, like, Zavok, the red guy, and then trying to make him the new Bowser, basically.
Sonic Lost World.
I mean, I could play it because I have it on Steam, but, you know, I don't want to. Unless there's a mod that makes the game better. But I swear, it was so weird, like, when the remastered version of this game was announced, Sonic Colors Ultimate, people were saying it was the first time Sonic Colors was coming to PC, and I was like, wait a minute, I thought it was already on PC. And it turns out it wasn't, at least not here in America. It might have been in another country, but I can't remember. But I swear I thought I saw that this game was on Steam at one point. And then I saw that, you know...
Sonic Lost World.
Sonic Lost. Sonic Lost. But yeah, it was just kind of like... what am I trying to say here? Yeah, it was. Do 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 do. I can't rightly think of anything right now. I need you to make some commentary.
I forgot Skype shut down.
Oh yeah, Andrew's Skype shut down. People are gonna say they miss it, even though they haven't used it in years. They're gonna bring it back in some way, and and people are gonna be excited at first, and then they're not gonna use it. I mean, when you say that's probably accurate.
There's a fan-made reboot or remake of Crash Twinsanity?
Oh yeah, someone's working on that.
What the? Why that one?
Because there's people that like that game. Even though it's really broken.
Oh, maybe they'll unbreak it.
Yeah.
I mean, the Sonic fans have already done it.
Yeah.
Oh man, can we get someone to like fix Crash Bash?
Hopefully so.
That game may be on redemption.
Well, okay. I just don't like the way you have to unlock the mini games in Crash Bash. I'm not saying it's the best party game.
You have to unlock the mini games.
I hate how the progression is in the adventure mode. It should just be getting the trophy, not having to get everything else to like unlock. I mean, if you unlock like the extra mini games, they should have had more mini games instead of just more variations of those mini games. I think that was one of the big problems, but I think some of the mini games are still fun.
What the heck?
Yeah, the whisk.
What even is this?
Apparently Sonic.
How is this Sonic?
Yeah. Hover. Now I think if we ever come back to Sonic Unleashed and we decide to do the HD version, I'm going to try to do, if it's still available by the time we may do it, I may try to do the what do you call it?
I have the PS3 version.
That one unfortunately is somewhat doo-doo.
Why?
Because it has very inconsistent frame rate. It will sometimes run at 60, which is more than even the 360 version, but then sometimes it goes way below.
Yeah, to like 55.
But it wasn't. It seemed like Sega until the PS4. Sega had a really hard time trying to optimize for for PlayStation systems. Like now, the PSP games were made by a different company, and they were made exclusively for the PSP, so that wasn't as much of an issue. But it's just but like PS3 or PS2 and PS3, they had such a hard time apparently trying to optimize their games for them, because the PS2 version of Sonic Heroes, it's doable, but compared to the others, it's doo-doo. The PS2 version of Shadow the Hedgehog was actually a little bit hard to play in some ways. I think the one that's the most playable out of like the main Sonic games was probably Sonic Unleashed, but even that one still had some issues that the Wii version didn't have.
Sonic Unleashed.
Sonic.
I'm going to have to leave after this level.
Well,
what the heck is going on with this level?
Well, I got one more boss, and then we'll end the recording after that, after the boss. So, yeah, look at this Sonic game right here. Isn't this a fun Sonic game? Okay, screw trying to get all the red rings of death. I swear, like Red Ring of Death though is like the one Xbox 360 problem I have not had. Well, I think one time it like flashed red, but it didn't really break. I've had like 360s since I've had Xboxes 360s.
The one I bought in like 20, I don't know, 10 or 11.
That was the one that you bought?
and one I was given recently that has a non-functional disk drive.
Cool.
Which I'm a little bit miffed that I had bought the Gears of War games for it, and A, the drive is broken, and B, Gears of War is getting remastered on PS5.
Well, at least the first one.
Yeah, first one. I hope all the others do, because I like Gears of War.
Gears. Well, isn't he being silly? Now, to be fair, Sonic and like Adventure and like Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog and stuff would have said something like "Let's dance," but
Let's dance.
dancing's overrated.
There are worse things.
There are. I'm just saying. I remember people complaining about all the dancing, like here recently. It wasn't until like the later 2010s when they were talking about how many of these movies had like dancing scenes at the end of them, and I was like, yeah, that's true, but like I heard, well, maybe not people online, but like I remember hearing people act like dancing was just such a cool thing in these, you know. Look at that hard boss. Now, there is like basically a harder version of this boss later on. A somewhat harder version. But yeah, there's a few repeat bosses in this game. Now, repeat as in like there's just 2 versions of each boss, but like still they reuse some bosses. Some bosses. I swear that sound was used in I think it was used in Einhander. Which, by the way, we're not going to be playing through that game. We may play it at some point, but we're not playing through it because it's a very hard game. Ow! Oh great! I got to start over because I died. I guess you could say that makes it harder in a way. Is that if you die, you got to start over instead of just simply having a checkpoint. Lacer. I mean, that's how it's spelled, is Lacer.
It's like light amplification something is what laser. Laser's an acronym.
Oh. Whee. Oh yeah, so after our Metal Slug X playthrough, I was I'm telling the audience more so, but yeah, I saw this a video suggested to me where it was like, it was something like 100 reasons. It was like an 8-minute video. It said 100 reasons I hate Sonic Forces, which that was thankfully, I think. In terms of the mainline games, that was like the final. That was the final like era of those people writing. You know, the Happy Tree Friends guy co-writing for the games.
Yeah,
writing terrible lines.
They should. I just want to see an out of context video, and its title is just something like, 136 reasons why squares are the most inferior shape, or just something really ridiculous.
What the heck?
97 reasons cracks in sidewalks should be smaller.
Yeah.
Something super mundane.
Yeah.
And leaves you questioning the creator. 96 reasons why I need to restart my series on Miss Slovak.
Yeah.
You okay?
This is where Baldy Nose Hair came from. But, and then they kind of drag the jokes out.
That's clever.
Because, like, Sonic says it, and then Tails like, haha, I wrote it down.
Baldy Nose Hair. It's so funny. Baldy Nose Hair. Okay, it's not funny.
Yeah.
To find Eggman, I gotta call him Baldy Nose Hair.
I mean, he's straight up saying I'm totally calling him McNose Hair.
Oh, come on, I was kidding.
Yeah. That's the writing. That was the writing of this era. And well, folks, that's it for this. Join us next time as we do this one. And okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 worlds altogether. Or 7 places to visit. But anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day or night. Like and subscribe, and Andrew will end with this.
Baldy Nose Hair.